I was born in sin, took a L. I'm no to win. Work too hard like I got a twin. Burn two ends like I got no end. Money gotta come, more shit gotta bid. I'ma rob you and your friend. Yeah, I need to come up. Shit. Yeah, I need to. I'm taking this summer cause I'm really hot. Shout out to the niggas just buying bots. I strict cause you know a nigga gon' lie. Claiming typos just to get by. Heavy artillery, you know what? Fuck the Humvee, get the Rover. If you ain't about shit, move over. Pull up, nigga, pull over. We know you all capped, turn it on like a lamb. I'm a Colorado boy, no need for the scab. Ear for the street like a white stripe, but official like the prayers in the White House. I'm coming for your clout, for your Timbs, for your out, for your ends, for the ounce, for the ends, for your bitch and your boo. And I'm coming for the truth like a thief in the night. It already came lit, so I'm coming for the light. CERN, but nigga, playing with the light. I live in the booth and I fight with the mic. I'm that nigga, hear me alright. Time is ticking, so if for you, what you gonna do when coming for you? Got him on his heels, chimney choose. I said I'm a thug, I play by the rules. How did I get here? Let's backtrack. He was talking shit behind my back. He said pull up, did just that. Few crew cuts and niggas with bats. I'm a real nigga, put that on slap. Pull that trigger, nigga, step back.
I'm a real nigga, put that on slap. Pull that trigger,
let's go.
Step back.
Yeah, hype man's back for season 2. Still a freshman, just adding tools. Lost in the sauce and I'm dripping too. When a nigga seen red, it ain't ragu. Huh? Yeah, I'm reloaded. Got him in my side, so they pop, 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 pop. Hands in the air, let him drop, 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 drop. Beat the beat black like a cat, 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 cat. Yeah, who's the king of the chord? Cause I'm up next. Calling out the tromp in my steps. Stepping the floor cause I'm off the fence. And I never stress cause I'm a rap star. I'm a between the lands, I handlebar. When I hit the stage, I ain't hype in my city unless they know my name. Yeah, so hype, how you learn how to flow like this? Didn't know you could really go like this. Ain't nobody wanna put me on their list. And now I'm about to stop this scrolling, bitch. Now I'm on the mic and we gon' see how a nigga punch hard, just let it bleed. I'm a dog with a whole lot of fight in me.
How did I get here? Let's backtrack. He was talking shit behind my back. He said pull up, did just that. Few crew cuts and niggas with bats. I'm a real nigga, put that on slap. Pull that trigger, nigga, step back.
I'm a real nigga, put that on slap. Pull that trigger, nigga, step back.
All right. Shout out to John Doe and Hype. That's their song. They recorded it at Mint Audio, one of my longtime clients. So shout out to them. You know, we like to open every show with some Denver music. So
really dope.
Yes, sir. All right. We in the building.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, baby.
All right. We got my main man Slow Sip here.
Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear?
Oh, yeah. Yes, a special guest host. And as usual, I'm Paul Jr.
I'm Boogeyman Fo.
And you already know we got a big time guest coming up. But first of all, here's the thing. My stream's a little delayed, but you'll see it. All right. I say we jump right into it. If you do not know or you don't follow us on social media yet, which I don't know why you wouldn't, you crazy. We got the lovely, the talented, the legendary Angela Means with us for an exclusive interview. For y'all that don't know, maybe you know her as Felicia from Friday or Vita from House Party 3 or all her dope ass comedy work with Def Comedy. She's everything. So, but without further ado, how are you doing? Oh, let's unmute your mic. Remember how you muted it? Go ahead and hit that microphone. You good? There we go.
Awesome.
There you are. There you are. We told you to do it, so it's our fault.
You forgot Aunt Vanessa from Cousin Skeeter.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right.
People trip all the time and like, oh, my God, you were the mom on Skeeter.
Man, yeah. I actually forgot that until I did my homework. I was like, man, I used to love that show, too. But yeah, I always like to ask first and foremost, how are you doing? How's your mental health? How are things in life? You know.
Well, I'm a entrepreneur. I work for myself, so my mental health is as good as it gets.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a creator, so I have to be a little bit out there mentally, just about that much.
Maybe that explains me. Maybe that explains me too.
Absolutely. You got to be a little bit crazy. You got to leave the shore. Got to go out there in the deep end and swim and even if you don't know how to swim, that
Right.
gets crazy. So,
Right.
but I'm good. I'm strong.
All right. I definitely want to start from the beginning. How did you first get into comedy, into acting, and what would you say was like the moment you kind of caught your first break?
Um, well, I remember going into I knew that somehow I'd land in show business. I knew my whole life. Um, sometimes it's process of elimination. Well, I know I'm not going to be no doctor. I know I'm not going to sit at a desk all day. I know, but I knew in my spirit that I would be an entertainer. I didn't know how. There's a book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and I suggest that everyone read it. It's a little thin book. You'll read it in a day, but it's a story of someone who takes off on a journey to find out what they're all about and what they need to be doing. And we just watch the signs in life. I was the only child, so I got to pretty much see in front of me. I had no distractions. So I was able to just look at all the signs. And one thing just led to the other. One thing just led to the other. And before I know it, I'm on a runway with Paulina Trugere wearing her elegant clothes. And I walked for Escada, Bob Mackie. And
Some big
just
names.
being yeah, and then just being a silly goofball, it just led me. I was a comedy connoisseur, stand-up comedy connoisseur. I loved it.
You have a
And
favorite? Did you have a favorite growing up? Comedian?
mm,
Right. Big question.
when I was coming up, there was only three channels when I was coming up.
Right.
It was ABC,
Yeah.
NBC, and what was the other? ABC, NBC, and CBS.
CBS, yeah.
And then there was a UHF channel. And um, the first name that comes to mind obviously is Richard Pryor,
Right.
because we would sneak and listen to his albums and tell his jokes. And um, I always told him really good, like. And then the other kids would come to me when they were having capping sessions and somebody was losing, they would be like, "I'm gonna go get Angie," and I was just like, and I didn't know until, remember, Joano came and got me, and he was like, I could hear him telling the other kids, "I'm gonna go get Angie," and they was like, "Never mind, never mind." And I was like, "Wow, I'm funny." And it's like, wow, if he says I'm funny and then he's scared if I come over there and start capping.
Right.
Because I'm sorry, I just had a banana.
You're fine.
Because fearless and crazy.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's a good start.
Where was this?
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Michigan.
Okay.
They said that comedy was the best medicine. And I grew up in a little farm town, and I was fostered with my family, so I followed my uncle around, and he was a community leader, and he taught me that we took care of people however way we can. So that was going to be my way of taking care of people. When I was watching Sanford and Son, I used to
Right.
write down the jokes, and I was going to tell them to people later on in life.
Right.
I was gonna hold on to these jokes for 40 years. But yeah, I grew up in a small town right outside of Ann Arbor, farm town. We grew our own food. We cooked our own
It's
food,
dope.
and it was good living.
Okay. That's awesome. Um,
Yeah.
of course, a lot of people know you as Felicia from Friday. Probably no escaping that at this point. I know you've had a lot to say about that character over the years. How do you feel about Felicia today and like her icon status and just, really lasting through decades?
I think it's amazing. I'm like, I mean, she is a hood rat, but I'm still honored to have portrayed her.
Right.
It's like, she could have been a beauty queen, but the character that stuck with me is a hood rat. Who am I to question the gifts I get,
But the
right?
most famous hood rat ever.
The most famous hood rat of all. That's me.
Right.
I had heard that you
But
had to do. Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to
go
cut
ahead.
you.
Yeah, you're good.
But you had done a background on Felicia, like a bio, when you were preparing for the role.
yeah, I did a little bit different method than everyone else. Everyone else just kind of, went for it and used but I used what's called the Meisner technique. And I created the character and I kind of stuck to her. She wasn't a caricature. She was a character. And I put in the work. I'm trained. And so I used my training on this. I called her to me. I wanted desperately to do something interesting. I was getting, just these roles for, the pretty mom, the pretty girlfriend. And I wanted to do something different because I knew that I wasn't going to do it for very long. I'm tall. I'm really tall. And you really, in order to have a big career, a lasting career, you have to be out there. You have to beat the path. And it was just other stuff that I wanted to do. And in particularly, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. But how I feel about Felicia now is she gave me a voice.
Right.
And she gave me a voice to do some of the things that I am doing now. I'm a vegan chef, and I've helped so many people. Like I've literally, I can't make claims, but I'll just say that I've helped so many people with
Right.
with food and herbs. And I've got some cookbooks coming, and I also have a herb dictionary coming and you can go to angelameans.com, and that's where you'll find my products. But the way that I feel about Felicia today, it's mixed emotions. Um, Felicia's a beautiful young lady who had no guidance. She wasn't a dope fiend. She just got lost in the sauce. Her mom went from man to man, and by the time she got to Debbie's father, you know, I was I was a preteen in my bio.
Right.
So I didn't get a lot of home training, and I was left to my own devices. And I also made Felicia an Aquarian. She's an Aquarius. That was her zodiac sign.
Oh, makes
Because
sense.
somebody's an Aquarius there?
My future wife is an Aquarius. We'll just leave that there. I'm gonna get in trouble for that in a couple hours. So,
Well, Aquarians are free thinkers.
very true.
They're very free thinkers, and they think outside the box. And a lot of people will look at them like they're crazy or they're different, and they are. But you really can't do anything without an aquarium, because an aquarium is the water bearer. We're in the age of Aquarian, and Aquarians they literally see the truth.
Right.
They're truthful beings. But and the thing about Aquarians too, they know a little bit about a lot of stuff. So Felicia, if we had gotten to know her, we'd realize that she figured out electronics.
Right.
She was what girl knew how to dub a tape? What girl
I don't think I knew how to double tape. Right.
okay, knew how to rig some shit. If you saw her bedroom, she probably had that bad boy booby trap.
Right.
After AJ and them, after Ezell came to the window, I'm sure that never happened again. So she was just
Right, yeah.
just different. She didn't fit in with the other kids. Um, you know, and the Bye Felicia thing too is fun, and I love it. It's like somebody can get on your nerves, you can just say bye Felicia. But sometimes I felt like we took it too far. Um, I did an interview and I was extremely exhausted. I'm a little tired right now because I've been traveling, and I've got 4 books in production, and a line of spices. So I'm a little
Okay,
tired.
okay.
I worked all day.
We're definitely gonna get to
But
that soon. So,
awesome. Well, I did this interview, and I was in the middle of my restaurant run, Jackfruit Cafe. We've since closed. We're looking for a new location. We just had a kitchen, and it was wearing me out because we didn't have enough space. We couldn't, we didn't get no elbow room.
Mhm.
So we're just on hiatus right now. But I was exhausted, and I wasn't eating a whole lot of food. So when I did the interview, I was a little emotional. So people people are starting to like hit me up. It's like, you okay? Are you? I'm so sorry. I said bye, Felicia, to you. It's all good.
right.
I wept because who we think Felicia really is, like this dirty crackhead hoe that has nothing going for her. Those are actual people.
Right.
And ah, I almost started crying. And when we tell those women bye Felicia, it's heartbreaking. And those are the women that I was saving all those Red Fox, Sanford and Son jokes for. Those are the people that need us the most. I'm not saying that you owe anyone anything, but it's a good thing when you help someone, and especially someone who needs help. And it's a good thing when you don't hurt someone that's already hurting.
Right.
And I witnessed a lot of people, like people would come on my thread and they didn't know what I was going through. I mean, there was a time where in between, it was like Bradley's last year of college. Um, he was a starting quarterback at the University of Miami,
Right.
and he started as a freshman. He's still the all-time leading passer there. And it was so important and so vital to play by the rules while he was at the University of Miami. So, what's the department called at the NC2A, where they monitor everything?
I know what you're talking about. I just
Right?
Yeah.
So they told me that, you really can't do anything except acting and stand up. And I mean, I had already been out of acting and stand up 20 years. So when Bradley went to school, I had to kind of like be in limbo because if I had opened a business, any school could have said, "Oh, she's pandering to the fan base. She's making money from the fan base," and
Right.
then we could be in trouble. And the University of Miami was already on sanctions, so everyone was on pins and needles. So I literally hit I hit a rough patch. My tour money was my, it was getting a little rough, and I was dipping into this fund and dipping into that fund, um and I was working a lot. Like I was working behind the scenes. I was private chefing, and sometimes I'd look on my thread and I'd post a video, and the comments would just be so horrific. Remember this guy? He called me a dirty bitch.
Jeez.
And here I am, um, taking care of a 99-year-old woman who, we were archiving her life. I was feeding her. I was working with UCLA at the time. We were exhausted, but I took such great care of this woman. And for someone to, hey, we're mature enough, things are going to come at you, but if they hit you the right way and they're hitting you constantly, it's heartbreaking.
Right.
So in that interview, I actually, as an actor, you have to access emotions. And in that interview that I did for Hype Comedy, I literally accessed that emotion and started crying again.
That's good though.
So now,
I think it's good to feel like that though. You know what I mean? I feel like Felicia was the first character like that we saw. That was because I remember watching like Menace to Society, and you had the guy wanting these cheeseburgers. Then you had Boys in the Hood and the mom that let her babies go on the street. But Felicia, because it was a comedy and because it was like well written, it gave her more personality. It humanized her. So I feel like we saw her differently than those characters that preceded her, and we kind of saw that she deserved love. You know what I mean?
yeah, there you go. Yes, she did. Just like everybody else.
Right,
Just like
exactly.
everybody else. And particularly the people who um, function without love.
A lot of,
You know,
unfortunately, there's a lot of
and
those.
yeah, and they don't even know
Right.
that they're not being loved because, a lot of times they're pushing it away. They're hiding, so they don't know. It's like, hey, slow down.
Right.
Get a hug.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need it, right?
You had mentioned being an entrepreneur. What is the biggest lesson you've learned in that journey?
Be prepared. Be prepared for everything. Stay on your toes. But preparation is everything. Being organized. Just being organized is everything. And nobody is going to be as passionate about your dreams as you.
Right.
People are going to say they are, but once the work is presented, I'm going to say 95% of the time people fall short. And I have big dreams. I have lofty dreams. And, starting out, it's not a lofty income.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, for some reason, it's like people want to start out at the top without working to get there. It's like,
Right.
wait, you got
I
to.
have to work on that myself. I'm like, why is this podcast not the biggest podcast in the world yet? So
Because you're interviewing Felicia.
no, this is only going to build us up even more.
It's amazing.
Messing with you. Just dot your I's. Always dot your I's. And always have a business plan. Just like I wrote, a plan for Felicia. That biography was the plan. It was the blueprint. It was how I was going to scale her as a character. So every business has to be scalable, sustainable.
Sure.
So if you can't scale it, then you can't expect margins and profit.
Right.
And you go into business to make money.
Sure.
So you have to do it. You have to do it on paper first, and you have to have a business plan, and you have to be able to scale it. Period. So that's my advice. Don't just do anything by the seat of your pants. Always, always, always have a plan, and always be the dumbest person in the room.
Sure.
Always be the dumbest person in the room, and listen. Like, be quiet. Be quiet sometimes. Be quiet. Just be quiet and take it in. And that's hard. That's a hard thing when you've got so much going on, and particularly if you're ADHD, you want to talk, you want to talk, you want to talk. But we have to check our egos sometimes. We want to let people know, yeah, I can do this. I'm the man. I can do this. But you got to shut up sometimes. You got to, we know what you know. Listen, you already know that. If you're telling us, you already know it. So,
Interesting, yeah.
be quiet and get in something you don't know.
That's huge.
Yeah, definitely.
What is your experience like being an author?
Oh, it's a dream come true. I've been a writer my whole life, and I remember friends. I remember getting awards as a child. I remember third grade, my teacher using me in one of my book reports as an example. I mean, I'm a natural writer. That's what I do. I'm a natural creative, and I'm a storyteller, and I understand story. Story just is beginning, middle, and end. That's what it
Right.
is. It comes in threes. Stories comes in three parts. What's the beginning, what's the middle, and what's the end? And the way that my mind works, I'm an only child, so it's very vivid. I dream vividly. But story, man, there's nothing like story. There's nothing like using your imagination and creating a character, creating a story, creating a world. I created this world, this angel. My first book is called it hasn't been released yet. It's called Seven Sinners and the Angel Who Loved Them.
Oh damn.
Yeah, when yeah, and it's a doozy. Back in the day, in the 90s, all those rappers and singers who died tragically,
Hmm.
they were either born on a seven
Oh
or
damn.
died on a seven. And the seven is
Interesting.
the seventh of the day, the seventh of the month, the 16th, or the 25th. So the
Interesting.
25th, 2 and 5 is 7, the 16th,
Damn.
1 and 6. So most of the musical icons are born on 7. Um, uh, Prince was born on the
Right.
7th. Will Smith was born on the 25th. Madonna's born on the 25th. Like the huge acts, and they're dying on the 7th. Michael Jackson died on the 25th. Tupac was a 7. He was born on the 16th. Eazy-E died on a 7.
It's trippy.
Left Eye died on the 25th. Aaliyah died on the 25th. It goes all the way
It's
back to Buddy
crazy.
Holly. So, with that said, there was a there was a kid that ran in my group back in the early 90s named Lamont Bentley. And Lamont Bentley he was a character on Moesha,
Mm.
Brandy's
I
sitcom.
do
Oh
remember him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He died very tragically,
Oh yeah.
and he was also a rapper. He was ejected from his car onto the highway,
Oof.
so his body was just destroyed. You're talking about tragic. And we were at a friend's house, and we were all mourning him, and I looked him up, and I was like, "Oh my God, Lamont was a 7." Think he was born on the 7th or the 16th or the 25th. And I was like, "Oh my God, Lamont." And everyone just froze and were like, "What's a 7?" And I explained it all. So everyone was like, "Oh my God, am I a 7? Am I a 7?" So it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 of us in the room, and it stopped right at 7. And
Whoa.
everybody freaked out. Spanky Hayes was in the room, and he was like, "Fuck this voodoo shit." I'm out of here.
I was born on the 25th. I'm a little worried.
Well, then you don't want to be a superstar then.
Oh man.
I
Well,
think I
the,
think you're
the
okay.
universe already helped me out
You
with
better
that.
live it up.
So I'm good
You
there.
better live it up.
So everyone got freaked out, and the party was kind of over. And I just said, "Okay, God, here's a plot." So I've sat on this story for like 25 years, and I've been it's been gnawing at me, gnawing at me, gnawing at me, and I've already done the first. As a matter of fact, that's my publisher texting us right now. I'll call you tomorrow. Okay. Um, um, the story just oozed out of me because I am a writer. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you're fine.
Um, um, and it's magnificent. So in my mind, there's a seventh angel. There's an angel that's assigned to this for some reason, and So it's like a final destination. So those 6 people are dying in order, and they don't know why they're
Interesting.
dying. And then the number 6 figures it out.
Okay, yeah.
And then the number 7, who's a star, that dies. So it's like a final
Wow.
destination meets yeah, it's pretty
Sounds like
it's
should be a
really
movie too. So
well, most books are made from
right.
movies, so we'll see. We'll see.
Awesome.
So that's my first book. I actually I'm here working on the sequel now before the first one's even published, and then we'll get the third one. So we'll have a trilogy, and then we'll get a movie made.
Cool.
Yeah.
So they had Paul Anthony, right, from
Yeah,
House Party.
from Full Force from House Party 1 and 2. We interviewed him on this show as well.
Nice.
So I was just
Nice.
gonna ask you
There-
about your work on House Party 3. That was the first time I ever saw you in movies was as Vita, and I didn't even know that you were the same person that played Felicia till years and years later. But could you tell us a little bit about that? About House Party 3?
It was my first job. I had
First
I had
job.
done-
Wow. Okay.
It was
You
my
did so
first
good.
I mean, I was supposed to do it. Like I was supposed to do it. Um, um, Kid helped me a lot. Um, my managers at the time was Russell Simmons managed me and Stan Lathan, and because of Def Jam, and they were looking for opportunities for the Def Jam comedians, and I just went in, and I was Vita, and some of my reviews was she was the sweetest of the sweethearts, and that's how I wanted to play her. I didn't want to play her, I didn't want to play her too jealous of Sydney or getting on him about his career. Like I wanted her to be supportive. I wanted her to be sweet. I wanted her to be human, but I didn't want her to, be busting his balls every 5 minutes about being a young man that's human,
Right.
and about having this past relationship with a beautiful woman. I didn't want her to be insecure like that. And the director let me go with it. She wasn't, you always saw her saying, well, Sydney, but she was just trying to get her foothold. She wanted her man, but she also didn't take away from what he had with Sydney, because she had a lot of respect for Sydney, and that's a Tisha Campbell role.
Yeah.
The big booty girl.
The big booty girl.
Right.
I remember the director said, so your eyeline's over here, and Kid was standing next to me, and I was like, I tried to play it off, and I was like, standing next to me, I remember saying, what's an eyeline? He was like, nigga, where you look? Where you look? That's your eyeline. Kid's funny though.
Right.
But it was an experience. It went by in a flash, and I kept telling myself, enjoy, Angie, enjoy all these moments, because at any given time, only 3% of the registered SAG members are working.
Right.
97% of the actors are sitting at home waiting on a phone call. So, right? So every time I got a job, I just savored it. Like I savored it and enjoyed it and respected it. I showed up prepared. I showed up happy. I showed up in character. I did my jobs. And here we are 30 years later, and people are still celebrating the characters I portrayed.
And
So I did my thing.
Incredible.
did a lot of people from that movie get the job for Friday because of that movie? Because I noticed so much of the cast is the same. So like Chris Tucker, AJ Johnson. So
I think that was Chris Tucker's first movie, wasn't
yeah,
it?
I think that's the first time I saw him.
Well, you have to understand too, that was right in the middle of the black comedy explosion, and all those actors were stand-up comics.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Bernie Mac,
Bernie Mac.
Chris Tucker,
Best.
myself, AJ Johnson,
Yep.
all stand-up comedians, and all very, very popular stand-up comedians. And people were asking for us. They were asking to see us. So yeah, we were going from project to project. Um, um, it was such a beautiful, unique era, and it's just a testament to the importance of Black comedy during that time. Most of your actors were either stand-ups or rappers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what trained us. I mean, you had your thespians, your Denzel Washingtons, your Lawrence Fishburnes, Samuel L. Jacksons, Delroy Lindos. They all came out of the theater.
Right.
But then you had them people that came up out the streets, and those were the comics and the rappers, the LL Cool J's, the Ice Cubes, the Queen Latifahs.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then all the stand up, the Kid and Play, Will Smith came up out the street.
Yeah.
Will Smith didn't go to New York repertoire, right?
Right.
Chris Rock, myself. It was just people who were so talented and so ready and so raw, and could carry the projects. And we did. We put some great stuff in the can. There's some great movies from the 90s. Some projects that probably people are going to chase the smoke behind them, like Friday. There'll never be another Friday. They're trying. They've
Tried,
so desperate. Well, here's why. It was lightning in a bottle. You got to remember the times. It was the mid 90s. It was the early mid 90s, and everything was about the gangs. So anything that you saw coming out of Los Angeles in Black was either about the Bloods or the Crips.
Right.
Then it was in the middle of the Black comedy explosion. So you had all these, it was huge. Black comedy literally took over the nation. Def Comedy Jam took over. So now you got all this violence in LA. You got all this raw talent. And Cube and DJ Pooh was like, let's tell the story of the real LA. Let's show people what families are really like in Los Angeles. And that's what they set out to do. And they were just so smart. Friday was literally Def Jam the movie.
Right.
And then he had the foresight of putting in some really strong actors, Regina King, Nia Long. But then, the comics carried it. The comics carried it. Paula J. Parker, another strong actor who was trained, but surround her with strong comedians. I mean, you're just not going to get that kind of energy anymore, that kind of vibe, those kind of stories, because it was just so right there in your face, and you wanted to see these comics more and more and more. Now all you got to do is go on Instagram, and you can see a comic every other post is a comic being funny.
It's definitely changed.
It's changed, and people aren't as hungry and as thirsty for comedy. So I know that there are good comics now, but the comics that came through in the early mid 90s, there'll never be another crop.
Right.
There'll never be another Chris Tucker. There'll never be another AJ Simons. There'll never be another AJ Johnson. There'll never be another Eddie Griffin. There'll never be another Faison Love, Bernie Mac, Adele Givens, Angela Me, Joe Torre. They will never, ever be another crop of comics like that.
That's true.
Because we broke the door down. We busted in.
I know you got another question. Real quick, I want to just tell our chat, if any of you have any questions in the chat, feel free to put them in. We'll try to get them in.
Going back to that time, what was it like working with Ice Cube?
Ice Cube was one of us. He was one of us. I mean, he was the boss, but he was one of us. He was kind. He was funny. He was always funny. Um, I didn't get to, um, when you're on work, it is still work, and so I didn't really get to socialize with those guys that much because I stayed in character. When I got to set, I was in character. Um, and then I went straight to makeup. Like you don't hang out on set, and it's not a party. Those guys built a rapport. I know him and Chris. They probably did their things off set and whatnot. But um, I came to work, and then I went home, and then I couldn't really socialize that much because I got pregnant during the shoot. My son is the Friday baby, so I was 5 months pregnant at the premiere.
That's incredible.
So, but
95?
yeah, I had him September 1995.
Wow. Okay.
But Cube was the consummate professional. He was kind. He was funny. He was gracious, and he was very, very approachable, and just everything that you'd want in a boss. Very, very relatable. So
That's
we only
amazing.
crossed paths a couple of times. So yeah.
Now let's talk cooking. That's something I've recently picked up myself.
Good.
At the early stages of that.
He called me from the grocery store like, do you know they got this and this? I'm like, yes, we know.
You had
New cook. That's funny.
yeah, for sure. Brand new. You had talked about owning a restaurant and all the challenges that come with that, especially surviving COVID through that whole process. How do you source high quality ingredients in that market? Like, how do you do that?
It's tough. It's tough, particularly sourcing anything in the United States. I mean, the soil is done. Like, no fruit tastes like fruit anymore. I grew up on a farm. I know what fruit tastes like. Watermelon has no flavor now. Strawberries have no flavor. Fruit here has no flavor. So your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I worked with jackfruit. Fresh produce that I worked with came from suppliers. Like a restaurant, you go straight to the there's one middleman. He's going right to the farm, and they're packaging. Or there's giant distribution, Cisco, U.S. Foods, Restaurant Depot.
Right, sure.
But listen, anybody can cook, and you know what the best meal is? You know what the best meal that you will crave is? You go get you some just go get you some vegetables. Get you some sweet potatoes. Get some beets. Get some okra, some string beans, a red tomato, cherry tomatoes. Chop them into little cubes like that. Put them in the oven. Put a little oil on them, some olive oil, some avocado oil, some salt and pepper. Any kind of spice you want to put on it, put it on it. Any kind of season you want to put on it. Roast them on 350 for about 35 minutes, and then put them on top of some quinoa and some fresh chopped greens, some kale. Man,
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to do. People come to me all the time. Oh, vegan's too expensive. Vegan's too expensive. That's because you're trying to eat that fake meat. And that fake meat, in order for them to scale, in order for them to have profits, because it's so expensive to make, it has to be expensive. You're spending $6 on 2 little patties of smashed vegetables. And that stuff's not really that good for you. What you want to eat, what your body craves, is what's called whole foods, not processed, not full of preservatives and chemicals, not man-made stuff that comes out of the ground. All protein originates in the ground. We want to be as strong as an ox and eat the ox, but the ox eats grass.
Yeah,
So we just skip the ox.
Never thought of it that way.
Just skip the ox. Go to the source.
Make it make sense.
Right.
A gorilla would come through there and tear that whole studio up. Tear that motherfucker up.
Right.
He eats berries and twigs. We're sitting around talking about, I need protein. Like you're going to be rushed to the hospital with a protein deficiency.
Damn.
Have you ever had anybody with a, you call them, I'm in the hospital, been in the hospital for a month. I have a protein deficiency.
No, definitely not. That makes a lot of sense. I can't believe I haven't thought about it like that before now. So.
And they're talking about, a lot of times they'll say these are fangs.
Oh yeah.
That he bought. Well, if that were the case, the hippopotamus has the longest fangs in the jungle.
Right.
And he only eats herbs.
There you go.
He don't even eat fruit.
Right.
He only eats leaves. And he's probably as big as that room you're in.
Right.
He ranked number 3 on our most deadly animals if you get in close quarters. That was a month or 2 ago. I don't know.
Not even.
And this motherfucker eating leaves.
Right.
The dangerous person in the world. And we want to be the man. Meat and potatoes. It's all marketing. Meat is the biggest industry in the world. So they market your ego. Oh, you're a meat and potatoes man. And that's why men started having heart attacks like that.
Damn.
Massive heart attacks. What happens is you only have so much energy in your body. And your digestive tract is like a mile.
Right.
Listen, lions, tigers, and bears, their digestive tract is that short. They eat, shit, and sleep. Excuse me, my profanity.
No, you're good. You're good. We
good.
cuss
I
all the
should have
time.
asked first.
No, you're fine.
All right.
Oh, the time out.
Uh-oh. Was that my phone?
It's all right. Yeah, I think someone's trying to call you or something, but
Okay. On my back, I ignored it.
It wasn't the profanity.
no.
That's
We're
what
like-
it was.
We're like, you okay, Blunt?
What do I do? I don't know what to do.
Hit the camera on the bottom, maybe? Let's see.
Oh, that's exactly what I
There
did.
you go.
All
We're
right.
back.
Fantastic.
All
So,
right.
God, what was I saying? I was about to get deep.
Meat
too.
and
meat and
potatoes.
Potatoes. Like marketing.
Meat and
meat.
potatoes. Golly. Marketing. So what happens is, listen, you have so much energy in your body. And if you are meat.
Right.
You put meat inside of meat, where's it going to go? It's not going anywhere. It wants to stick. Like attracts like. So now you're telling your body, you put some chicken. Chicken is flesh. We have it's the same.
Right.
You put chicken inside of your body, you don't have those enzymes like lions and bears and stuff that break that down. You're telling your body to digest what you are, first of all, which is weird for your body. So now you're getting headaches and migraines and anxiety and mental illness, and you don't know why. Now, you're all energy. You're resonating. Everyone has an energy. And you put this food inside of you that requires a bunch of energy. So now your digestive system is going all day, every day. You never get any rest because your digestive system is working overtime to break all this stuff down. Now your digestive system has to go and steal energy from your brain. Now you're sitting there, you had this big meal, you're sitting there all groggy, laughing and stuff. We African Americans call it the itis. Now you're sitting there. You know about the itis?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, now you're sitting there laughing, you got the itis.
Right.
Now that's still not enough because all you ate was a big old porterhouse steak and your body's really got to grind. So now it's taking energy from the brain. Now it's got to go rob the heart.
Right.
is like, Debo, give me that energy, pump. And your heart is just like, man, you can't keep doing this to me. You can't keep doing this to
Damn.
me. And that's my energy. My grandmama gave me that energy. And then eventually, the digestive system comes to Debo the heart one more time. And the heart says, you know what, dude? I'm not even fucking with you no more. I'm out.
Damn.
I can't do it no more. And that's what massive heart attacks are. There's a lot of them around the holidays when you really, really overeat. And a lot of them happen in the morning because the digestive system, one of the reasons that you don't eat before you go to bed is that shit, you don't get any rest because your digestive system is working. You wake up tired. It's like, why am I tired? Because your digestive system has been running a marathon all night. Then you wake up and you go throw some bacon and eggs and cheese and butter and bread and milk in it. The
Right.
worst things that you could eat ever. Like, it's the worst things that you could eat ever. And that's what you go to the grocery store for. That's where they make their money off of the first meal of the day. Eggs, butter, milk, bacon, bread. That's where they make their money.
Yeah.
And if you're not consuming these, they can't make any money. And so then this industry passes you off to the next industry, which is medication.
Oh yeah.
Because it's hand in hand. You can't eat a whole bunch of meat and not be on a whole bunch of pills.
Right.
And people have just adjusted to this way of life and thinking, well, that's what happens. You know, my parents did. Well, no, you didn't inherit disease. What you inherited was DNA and a diet. You inherited their diet. So when you eat like your parents and your grandparents, then you're going to get the same diseases
Right.
as your parents and your grandparents. So you can stop it. You can literally meal prep on Mondays and Thursdays and cut up all these vegetables. I'm telling you, throw some Brussels sprouts in the oven with some okra and sweet potatoes and golden beets.
Definitely giving a lot of people, I'm sure, watching something to think about, dropping a lot of knowledge.
People say and also they say it's hard to go vegan. What I always suggest for people to do is just commit to 2 days. Do meatless Monday and fleshless Friday. So on Monday, you do not touch meat. Do those fake meats, but only do them for a while you're trying to transition. You really don't need to do them. You'll get my cookbooks. I'll show you how to make your own meat. You can make meat from walnuts. You can make meat from tomatoes. Fish does not. Seaweed doesn't taste like fish. Fish tastes like seaweed. Fish is only, you put your seasonings in the pot of water to boil, and then you put something in there so it'll take on the taste of the seasonings.
Do you do that?
Well, fish just been swimming in seasonings. So fish tastes like seaweed. So if you get some seaweed and you smash it up in some tomatoes and roll it up in some more seaweed and rice, you will literally, no one can tell you that it's not tuna. If you get some seaweed, some kelp seasoning, and smash it up in some chickpeas, get some kelp seasoning, Bragg's kelp seasoning. They have it everywhere. And get a nice generous amount. Smash it up in some chickpeas and some vegan mayo, some salt, some relish. Put it on some toast and give it to someone. They will not question that it's not a tuna sandwich. They will not even question it. It'll freak you out how much it's a tuna fish sandwich. So there's so many alternatives, and you just feel good. You just feel good. It's like, I mean, just think about, you're putting a dead person in your body. Like that nigga's dead.
That's crazy.
I'm going to cut him up, cook him. Now the whole time he's decomposing. You are eating a decomposing, doped up, raped tortured
Jeez.
baby animal.
I think I'm vegan already after this conversation.
Listen, every piece of beef you've ever had has been raped.
Wow.
Every one. They don't let the cows have sex. So what they do is they separate the bull, and there's only a couple of bulls, and so in order to get the semen from him, they put an electric pod up his anus to make him ejaculate.
Jesus.
Now they get the gold and they take it over to the female cow who's housed elsewhere. But for some reason, there's this dude with this long plastic sleeve on, and he's fisting her, and he's got to fist her for 20 minutes, and nobody really understands why he's got to do that, but okay, if you say so, you got to
Jeez.
fist this cow, and he really gets into it. So he's raping her.
Wow.
Can you imagine that's your job?
It's crazy.
I'm a fuck a cow for 20 minutes.
Well,
So then they put the
didn't know
semen then
that.
they put the semen inside of her. She gets pregnant. She has the exact same gestation period as us. She attaches to that baby, and when the baby comes out, if it's a male, they slit his throat before his hooves even hit the ground because they got enough bulls. That's your veal or your ground up meat. And then if it's a girl, then she's tied to, and the cycle starts all over again. They call what they tie them to, it's called the rape rack. And they go and they take that baby cow, and that mother cries for months, like the sickest cry. Can you imagine having a baby and someone just comes and snatches it from her?
Yeah.
She can't even, they snatch it from her, and they take it over because that milk doesn't belong to that baby. That milk belongs on your cereal. Would you eat dog milk on your cereal? What's the difference in a dog and a cow? Would you eat your sister-in-law's milk if she had a baby and there was no milk in the cow? Would you say,
No.
can you squirt some of that in my coffee?
No.
Why not? What's so special about
right.
a
No,
cow?
it makes sense. Definitely a lot to think about for sure. My mind's already
Me too.
racing.
But I think that's important because I think in our culture, Black and Latino, a lot of it's
Yes.
around food.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And then you're being told you can't leave the table till you clear your plate.
Ugh.
And we grow
You
up
like-
like that and have good times around the table, and I think that part's important. But
Yep. That's
Yes,
true.
all of our celebrations, are around food and our festivities. Listen, you like meat because you're seasoning it with plants.
Damn. We have
Season plants with plants.
definitely. We'll get you out of here on this question. We have a question from the chat.
Okay.
Shout out to Native Son. He just wants to know what's a good beginner's vegan grocery list for like a week.
Well, I said the vegetables.
Okay.
You want to just, it's the best. It's the best meal. I wish I could show you a picture of it right now. It's the best freaking meal ever. Just get you some sweet potatoes, get some Brussels sprouts, and you cook them all together. Get
Right.
sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, okra, any vegetable you can think of. Get some string beans. Get any vegetable that you can think. Carrots. Cut them into cubes. Put them all on the baking dish. Put a little oil on them, some salt and pepper, and bake them. And you will get some asparagus, roast that, tomatoes, red onions. Just roast some vegetables and put them on top of some quinoa, some rice, or some pasta, and then any sauce that you want. I like making sauce out of cashews. You just literally soak the cashews overnight, put them in the blender, and it's the best cream sauce. You just put in salt, pepper, what's called nutritional yeast. Get you some nutritional yeast for this sauce. A little lemon juice, a little pop of lemon juice, a little pop of vinegar. Pop that in there. You got the best sauce. And you could throw fruit in there, or you can just buy some vegan sauces. They got ranch, they got chipotle sauces,
They're
all kind of sauces.
They're asking for a cookbook in the chat.
It'll be out. Please go to Angela Means angelameans.com, angelameans.com, and just fill out the contact us, and I will get back to you personally. Just go to angelameans.com, and on the bar you'll see where it says contact us, and the books will be ready. They're going to Amazon. I think they go to Amazon either this week or next week, and then Amazon, it takes them a couple of weeks to approve them. They go through that stuff with a fine tooth comb. So um, it's probably going to be like another couple of weeks. But please go to angelameans.com and um, go to the contact and just fill that contact sheet out. And I'm gonna update you on everything. But just get the vegetables. And then if you got to do, um, there's a fish by Gardein. Go get some Gardein fish fillets.
Okay.
Man, you won't tell the difference. I promise you.
I trust you.
I promise you. I did a and then Daring Chicken, DARING chicken. Oh my God. So I did a festival the other day. I was hosting, there's a world's largest vegan festival. It's called Vegan Street Fair. And I saw a lot of first-time vegans. And a brother was standing at Burger Guys. They're very, very famous here in Los Angeles. And they were giving me a burger out the back door. And this brother was standing there. He's like, all right, man, this is first time. This is first time. So the dude got his burger and he tried to walk away, and he didn't want to see us. He didn't want us to see him bite into it in case it repulsed him. This dude, he bit into it, and he like bit into it. He was like, what the fuck?
Right.
He was like, this is good. He had the Beyond Burger. So there's the Beyond Burger, there's the Impossible Burger, but I don't suggest you eat it all the time because they're real high in fat. And they're high in, they're just high in a whole bunch of crap, chemicals and stuff. So when you're transitioning, it's okay occasionally, but you want to eat whole foods. That's what see this right here. People take this thing right here for granted. This is a thumb, and it's made for picking.
Right. Yeah.
You know why you're not meant to eat animals? Because you can't run down no deer and rip them apart with your hands and your teeth.
There you go.
You have thumbs. They're meant for picking apples and oranges and picking potatoes out of the ground. That's what you do. If you just look at yourself, like just look at us. We are not. How did we get there? And it's all money. It's all propaganda. Right. And they tell people who are on dialysis, protein, keep eating it, and it just kills them faster. There's money in cancer. Watch a documentary called The C Word. The C Word. Watch that one. Watch a documentary called What the Health. What the Health. And all of these are available online. What the Health and The C Word. And then you've got to watch a documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Nobody should be on medication. There's no reason for it. You've just got to keep everything clean. Keep everything clean and eat things with nutrients, and you will be fine. But when you start eating decomposing flesh, so you take a celery stump, you cut the end of the celery off and put it in water. Come back in 3-4 days, it's going to be little leaves. And then in a week, it's going to be a whole brand new celery stalk. God just giving you food.
Damn.
Now, take a baby back beef rib and put it in some water.
Yep.
And come back in a week later and see what grows.
Yep.
It's just right in front of us, but we've been brainwashed. We've been led to believe that we need this protein thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger did a movie called Game Changers. I mean, he's had 2 heart attacks.
Right.
All those bodybuilders go out, their heart just gives out. Yeah. It can't digest this shit. The strongest man in the world is vegan. In every one of those, the last Olympics, everyone that won is vegan. The strength that you have, the clarity that you have as a vegan, like I couldn't do half the. I didn't start my restaurant until I was 55 years old, and I could run circles around 20-year-olds. Even now,
Right.
I can run circles around 20-year-olds. My energy is ridiculous. Sure, I get tired, but my grandmother didn't look like this at my age. My grandmother was an old lady. I let my hair go gray. I just don't want to put the chemicals in it.
Yeah.
I don't do too much makeup. The makeup I do is it's natural makeup. I don't do fingernail polish. I don't do deodorant. I don't need it. I do inside cleaning, so there's nothing coming out of me.
Right.
That's, I mean, you could literally come and put your nose in my armpits. You're not going to smell anything. Chlorophyll. You put little drops of chlorophyll, which is plant blood.
Right.
We have the exact same compound as plants. We're just house plants. We just need the sun and some water.
There you go. Well, man, that's a lot to think about, but I just want to thank you so much again for giving us your time. You dropped a lot of gems, a lot of knowledge, gave people some good memories. And for those of you that don't know, Angela and me have been communicating for like about 4 months now, and the timing wasn't lining up, but we made it happen. She gave us her time, and just thank you once again. And that's all I can say, I guess.
You're an icon. We love you.
Yes. And I know you're a busy woman, so we'll let you get back to it. And Angela Means, you said, what's your website one more time?
AngelaMeans.com.
AngelaMeans.com.
And then my IG is Chef Angela Means. And I'm always on there. And you can always inbox me questions, but Whole Foods. Get you some cabbage, get you some Brussels sprouts, get you some carrots, get you some sweet potatoes, and then go to the Mexican markets. Go to the Asian markets. Get different kinds of vegetables. Experiment and just throw it in the oven. You get home from work. If you've already prepped it, you get the vegetables that you want, put them on a pan, throw them in the oven. Go take your shower. When you come out, your dinner's ready, and you're going to enjoy it. And you're going to sleep like a baby, and you're going to feel good, and you're going to be able to just go and brush your shoulders off.
We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that tomorrow night, since we got the show tonight. But
nice,
awesome. Well, Angela, thank you so much, and I hope we can have you back sometime for sure.
I'd love to. I'd love to when the book comes out. Maybe we can do something where I'm in the kitchen and I can cook something for your folks.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right.
God.
Well, you have a good night.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
So much.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, dear. Bye.
All right. Man.
Holy guacamole.
I don't want to eat another piece of meat for the rest of my life.
She looked good, right?
Yeah, she looks great for her. She said
incredible.
She said she started with her restaurant at 55, so I'm assuming she's older. So don't want to ask, of course, but man,
that was a great interview.
Yeah, that was solid, man.
Yeah, dude.
She gets real in depth about everything, that's what we want from interviews.
Jen Boogie says hands down the best interview of the season.
He's like, tell us about your career. Oh, it's been great. Yes, that's it.
Right on.
Yeah, thank you. No, we want them to talk. So, well, I don't even know where we go from there, Buggz. I'm gonna let you decide. What you thinking?
Here's the news. Breaking news.
Let's hear it.
All right. Let's get our timer. Oh, yeah. Let's get our timer going. All right.
I like that.
Yeah.
NFL approves rule allowing players to wear the jersey number 0.
Interesting.
That'll be cool to see.
That was never a thing? I guess not, huh?
Not that I could think of. I know they do that in college, but
they do it in the NBA. Gilbert Arenas, right?
They do in the NBA.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So we're gonna have like wide receivers and quarterbacks.
Yeah, quarterback number 0. The first quarterback number 0. That'll be dope for that person if they're good, but we'll see.
Amanda Bynes placed on psychiatric hold after roaming the streets naked.
Damn.
Ouch.
Law enforcement says Bynes was taken to a nearby police station where a mental health team determined she needed to be placed on a 5150 psych hold.
It's a bummer.
Like, was she just naked or was she doing other crazy shit. Because, like, you know, if she was just naked, she
Just chilling.
She wanted to just kick it in her skin, you know?
We're told Bynes waved a car down, telling the driver she was coming down from a psychiatric
Okay,
episode.
So, well, damn. I used to love Amanda Bynes back in the day.
Nickelodeon.
She was the Amanda Show.
I do remember.
All that.
I do
All
remember
that.
all that.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember.
We thought she was going to be the good kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seriously. Snoop Dogg has smoked marijuana inside of the White House. Says that he smoked inside of the bathroom of the White House.
That's incredible.
And that's all because Obama's still friends with Joe. You know, he let him do that shit.
Recently?
Yeah, is this recent, right?
Yeah, this is all recent.
That takes some cans to do, man.
So
for
he's
sure.
the first ever, right?
Well, he said it recently. I don't know if he
Elvis.
smoked it recently.
Oh,
I highly doubt he's the first ever.
Yeah, there's got to be somebody.
Well, I mean,
The
publicly
first to come out with it.
publicly smoking in the White House because yeah, I don't know.
That's incredible.
George W. Bush was definitely smoking him some shit in the White House.
Clinton
The
was
Clintons,
inhaling for sure.
yeah, we all know about that. So, but that's pretty dope. He probably did it.
Right, we got to wrap
I don't know. He probably did it during the Obama administration.
That would make sense.
I don't see
It'd
anybody.
probably be a guest.
Yeah,
Spark up in the bathroom.
Key and Peele need to do the skit with Snoop and Obama in the bathroom with the White House smoking. There you go. Writes itself.
Forbes updates Jay-Z's net worth to $2.5 billion. It's previously
Christ.
projected at $1.4 billion.
Damn.
So much money.
It's because of his liquor, right?
That's wild.
I don't know why.
Good for him, dude.
So, and he's not even the richest, right? He
Who's
can't-
richer?
Isn't Dre and
Heck no.
No.
Dre the Beats?
Heck
He did.
no.
They said he signed for $1 billion. Now,
Oh, okay.
2.5.
Well, Dre, Jay, and Diddy are all billionaires, right?
That's what they say.
I don't know.
And
if Jay's
Kanye
better.
was until he decided to go Death Con 3.
I mean, like, do you even like notice at that point?
No, you
between
don't.
1 billion and 2 billion.
No,
It's
you
like,
don't. When you have that much money, everything's
want.
given to you, which is
in the
ironic.
clouds
It's
already.
ironic, yeah. It's like you go to a restaurant and you're a billionaire. They're just
Right,
they're not
we
going
gotta
to
wrap
charge
this up,
you. What's
So
the point?
ridiculous.
It's like here's your food. You know it's ridiculous.
Kanye West
Speaking of,
thanks Jonah Hill for making him
So
like
stupid.
Jewish people again. He said that he watched 21 Jump Street and realized that
stupid.
he realized that no one should take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is Jew.
So Jonah Hill is like a freedom fighter now, kind of.
A hero, if nothing
Yeah,
else.
he's a hero when he didn't do anything but make a movie.
Hey man,
Have you seen 21 Jump Street?
Yeah,
He's pretty funny.
it's great.
But I mean, Seth Rogen didn't make you
No,
have that
yeah,
revelation.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
There's some funny Jewish comedians like besides Jonah Hill. So
Kanye's a weirdo.
he's so weird now. It's like Jesus. I don't know.
You're
He'll
too
figure
rich.
it out.
I mean, Superbad is better to me.
All right, we got to wrap this up, though.
Yeah, out of all the Jonah Hill movies to watch,
Right,
he picks
exactly.
21 Jump Street. All right. Scientists create mice from two dads. Scientists create mice from two dads after making eggs from skin cells. Scientists have created mice with two biologically male parents for the first time, a significant milestone in reproductive biology.
So two dads of mice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two male mice.
I was thinking two dudes like made mice.
Boy.
Well, you just said two
That would
dads.
be a bigger
You just said
accomplishment.
two dads. You said two dads, not two dad mice. I was like, damn. I was like really impressed. So
Fucking magicians.
I was just saying, but okay, that makes a lot more sense. So is that where we're headed? Like it's kind of like
I guess you and me can have a baby, Paul, finally.
Oh my
oh,
god.
Lord.
So who is like incubated? Because like
Hey man, they used some cells and they created a child.
who carried the
That's
baby?
the Buggz response. They use some cells.
He used a scab.
All right, we got to wrap this up, though.
It's a crazy world we're living in. 6ix9ine's Tekashi 6ix9ine's baby mother says he embarrassed his daughter by getting jumped in the gym. Says that although he did nothing wrong when he was beaten in LA Fitness, Sarah believes he was reckless by not having security.
Jeez.
So that's what embarrassed her, huh?
Did you
I
see?
guess
Did
so.
you see that video?
Getting beat
Yeah, I
up.
saw it.
It's like,
He's got to expect this kind of shit.
yeah,
man.
it's like I didn't think it was like funny like everybody else, but I'm like,
not
dude,
funny,
like
but-
I'm not surprised, bro. Like,
that's gonna be a thing.
yeah, You know, I'm surprised.
I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
I'm surprised other rappers hasn't had it happen to them first.
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's funny she calls it embarrassing though. Like,
Dude's like, I'm a fan.
like if you got jumped, if you got jumped,
why didn't you help me, buddy?
if you got jumped, would Angel be embarrassed?
I don't know. Dude. I should.
She'd probably
why
whip
would
their
you-
ass.
Why would you be embarrassed? By
That's
that?
my point. I think she's talking shit. That's what, like,
yeah.
you couldn't throw hands.
Yeah, it's
All
like,
right, we
look,
gotta wrap this up though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, baby mom's will always rub it in.
yeah.
Elon Musk says Twitter is worth less than half of what he bought it for. He bought it for 44 billion, and it's now estimated to be worth 20 billion.
For sure.
44
sure.
Billy.
They said that half of those accounts are all bullshit anyway. So it's like,
Right.
Do you have any?
what value?
Do you have any burners?
No.
No.
I barely have a Twitter account.
Yeah, you know
what I
you
mean?
don't follow me on Twitter.
What?
You've not followed me for like 10 years.
That's a lie, dude. I
Go.
guarantee you.
Do you want me? I'll pull it up.
Pull it up.
You do not follow me on
Pull it
Twitter.
up. I follow my
No,
guy.
you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not.
I tweet you all the time.
That's not true. You just make that up.
Is that the correct?
Yeah, tweet. Yeah,
I tweet you.
yeah. Isn't that crazy? He doesn't follow me.
That's not true.
It's insulting.
Show that.
Yeah. Do you have a Twitter?
Show that.
No, you guys be fucking with Twitter. You be on it?
I don't.
I'm not on it a lot. I have one, but not a lot.
I think the
I
world's
have
on
one
it,
from,
but
like 2013.
I'm mostly Facebook and IG.
All right, we gotta wrap this up though.
It's honestly the best social media if you purely use it for social media
Yeah.
things, not promotion. It's not good for promotion, but it's great for just social media interaction. And I get my news off of there a lot of the time.
TikTok's
Do you
pretty
post on yours, Buggz?
Yeah,
Yeah,
daily.
Yeah, me and Buggz be going back and
Probably
forth on there.
daily.
that's where you get the news.
He's
first,
he's
is
light
Twitter.
Vader.
I
He's
get
light
so
Vader.
much news from
Yeah.
Light
Yeah.
Vader.
Light Vader.
Light Vader.
Fire. That's
Life?
Light Vader.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Dark Vader and Light.
It's
Vader.
not Dark Vader,
I
though.
know, but they're
Darth
I thought you
Vader,
were-
and I'm Light Vader.
I thought you were doing a play on words.
Okay. Philadelphia to pay pregnant women $1,000 per month. According to Fox News, the Philadelphia Department of Public Health announced Monday that a city program aims to provide pregnant residents with $1,000 monthly cash payments with the goal of improving birth outcomes.
Pay him.
That's cool.
Pay him.
Shit, there's going to be women just getting pregnant for that.
Oh man, I
in.
didn't even think about that, but
They're going to stay pregnant.
For sure.
All right, we gotta wrap this up though.
that's a good point. But fuck it. If it comes from the state or the government, whatever, fucking pay him.
Feed them babies.
Yeah, I'll get pregnant for a K a month.
Lil Yachty, Soulja Boy, Jake Paul, and Akon all have something in common. They've been charged in a crypto promotion scheme. The SEC announced charges on Wednesday against for allegedly promoting cryptocurrencies without disclosing the fact that they were being paid to do so.
Good.
Crypto.
Yeah.
Is crypto like kind of dwindling?
Hell yeah.
I feel like it was like the
It'll
biggest thing
probably
in the
make
world.
another
and now-
surge.
But look, I mean, look what happened. You know, people were
Remember Dogecoin and then
Yeah.
that
go
was like
do
the
this, go
biggest
do
thing. I'm
this,
like,
and then they dump it. Yeah.
Do you guys have crypto?
I don't. I never fuck with crypto.
I got $35 in Bitcoin or something like that.
You checked on it recently?
I lost a few. You know, I'm at 31. You know what I
Because
mean? It was
on your
62
Venmo, if you
before.
go on the Venmo, it will show your balance,
All right,
and
we
then
gotta
it will
wrap this
show
up though.
the option for crypto and all.
Fan-
Damn, could you just work with
FanDuel's
it
a bigger
from-
problem for me.
From Venmo?
I put a lot of money in crypto.
Yeah, he probably has.
Before and after. I made good money, but then I lost it all.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
If I had the money, I'd think about it.
Gamble.
Yeah, it's a kind of a gamble. I was when
mean,
you
it
see
literally
when
is
you see
gambling.
that number
Stocks are
just keep
gambling.
growing and growing and growing every day, you're
Yeah.
like, I got to keep putting
Stocks
money
are
in.
literally
100%.
gambling. It's just a
Yeah.
different kind of gambling. That's all it is. Just like
Absolutely.
FanDuel and DraftKings.
Kim Jong Un calls for nuclear attack preparedness on U.S. South Korea.
This full trip.
He wants to smoke.
Isn't Dennis Rodman like his homie? Send Rodman.
I wonder if it's just a bunch of smoke. They always kind of do that, right? They kind of like dust up some shit every once in a while, like, yo, I'll fuck you up. But
Yeah, I feel like I've
he
been
ain't
hearing
really
threats
about
from
that.
Kim
Yeah.
Jong Un for like 25 years.
I think it's just
Facts.
par for the course.
It's just whatever at this point. If we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. Make the decision.
But they can't fuck with us with the military shit, right?
I mean, if anybody
got
can,
bodies.
anybody
We're
can
good.
nuke anybody, and that's gonna kill us all
Right, we
anyway.
gotta
So it's
wrap
like, if
this
you want to
up,
be
though.
stupid, kill yourself too. Go ahead.
They just got mad bodies.
Mad bodies.
Yeah, North Carolina can't.
Kind of like me on the
North Korea
mic.
can't fuck with us.
Caught
North
mad.
Carolina.
Me on the mic. I caught mad bodies.
I mean, it's questionable.
I mean,
Well, guys, That is the news.
Speaking of on the mic. Did you rap over that beat?
The one that was
Just
there?
playing? That's the intro to that segment.
Yeah.
See how easy that is?
nah.
See how easy that is?
Yeah, I see.
All right, just making sure you know.
I see.
Well, it's time for HTT Top 10, and
Oh, it's
my main man Slow right here, since he's on the show, we decided to do top 10 rappers from the South.
Let's do it.
Because you love rappers from the South.
I do.
who doesn't? You, but
Some New
whatever.
York dudes probably don't like
You don't.
rappers from the South. It took me a while to warm up to rappers from the South, but I've loved them for like 20 years now. But when we were all underground hip hop,
Yeah.
fuck all that radio shit. Now,
Well,
I
that's
love
why I
it all.
fucked with it. I fucked
Yeah,
with the
now I
underground
love it
shit.
all. It's fucking the best shit ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Fo's gonna do his. What, you want to jump right in?
Let's do it.
You got some honorable mentions?
I mean, this is like
JID, is he an honorable mention? Because I know he probably wasn't on your list.
no. My list is more of like, I don't know,
Young Thug,
like no,
Missy
that's
Elliott,
that's like new stuff.
Juvenile.
No,
None of me. Big Crit.
Wait, Missy Elliott's Virginia.
I mean, it's the South.
They kind
It
of
is.
the
It's
South.
Southern. like,
Master P,
motherfuckers.
Devin the Dude, Zero, Lil Baby. Did you have any of these people on your list?
no.
21 Savage, Trick Daddy.
Those guys are the greatest.
I'm just. These are honorable
Okay.
mentions. I'm just making
That's
sure.
why they're not
All
on the
right,
list.
go ahead. What's your number 10?
But if it's like my favorites, it's a whole different list. But my number 10, I'm gonna go with 8 Ball and MJG. I mean, they're one of my favorites for sure. Have been forever. They've just let's go.
Couldn't get that on.
Yeah, dude, love
8 Ball.
these guys.
We opened up for him.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, it was amazing.
Why is it not doing this? There we go. Oh!
There it is.
There we go. For some reason, that Bluetooth takes a little time.
It's hard, boy.
That shit is hard. God damn. Wasn't that Bad Boy South? Did he? Bad Boy South.
yeah,
He
yeah.
tried.
He did it, you know.
8 Ball and MJG is a good one. I don't know if they were on mine, but okay.
All right, there's a lot of guys.
What you
know?
got? What's
Number 9, I'm gonna go Killer Mike, and that's more of one of my favorites. More,
devastating, captivating, ghosting, rave relating, product of the fucking 80s. Hope dealing, babies never regulating.
Damn.
that fool's been hard forever.
Do you like Run the Jewels?
Yeah, of course.
You fuck with Killer Mike?
Yeah.
You know, it's,
Put
you, know
me
it's,
on it.
you know it's Killer Mike, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I didn't. He's really proper, and he's like a really fucking smart
he's
dude.
brilliant,
man.
dude.
I remember saying like he could be a presidential candidate
For sure.
He
he's
knows
brilliant.
his shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Killer Mike's the shit. The first verse I heard, "Play, I cry,
Oh my God.
gonna catch me running like Randy Mouse." I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh
dog.
shit, this dude's going off." So
Yeah, he's dope. I mean, has he accomplished everything in the world? I don't know, but he's one of my favorites.
Who has?
For sure. Okay, number 8,
this one surprised me.
Gucci. Now,
Cause I seen it was blind. They track how many albums didn't know how to count. Told the ring up and didn't know the amount. Expensive new fair.
you can't say the South without
no,
Gucci.
but
You
I
can't,
didn't know
what I
you
mean?
fucked with Gucci like personally.
It's just a respect thing.
Okay,
like,
so you're doing the political choice.
this is
I'm
one of my
rubbing off on you.
This is
Okay.
one of my political choices. I do listen to Gucci here and there, but you can't mention the South without him.
Gucci?
And it's just you got to do
Gucci?
it.
Fuck with Gucci. You see him call out Angela Yee?
Burr. Yeah.
That shit is so
Yeah, yeah.
funny. She's like, no, I didn't. He's like, you see his
say?
face, you know he's not lying.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, like
yeah.
he's like Angela, she tried like to holler at me when I was in town. Like, she's like, no, I did not. He's like, he looked at her like, you are gonna call me a fucking liar. I know she lied. After that shit. Yeah, that shit's funny as hell. But yeah, Gucci, he has to be in that top 10. I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
He's on mine.
Number 7, I'm going with Bun B from UGK.
Rolling in something foreign, no leather dripping. I handle my business, so I think.
See, like,
Yeah.
you just gonna live out Pimp C though?
I am.
Oh, that hurts.
I am. I fuck with Pimp C, but Bun B is just one of my favorites.
I mean,
dude.
out of the two, Bun B is the better,
He's the guy.
the better lyricist.
Maybe not
but-
fair because he passed
But
away.
I don't know. Pimp C is like he's the
Sweet
swag.
Jones.
He's the swag.
Sweet Jones.
Sweet Jones.
Yeah, he's hard too though.
Pimp C is Mr. Like
Yeah, you gotta do that.
With the phone.
The phone too.
Exactly.
You gotta just tilt your hat on the top of the head. Polo, fuck that heel figure.
Yeah. He's I don't know, man.
But he did a lot of the beats.
That's true.
That's dope.
So together.
And I don't know if it's just because Pimp C passed, but Bun is always saying Pimp C was like the real guy in that, like the genius in that group.
And
he's like, I just followed his lead.
Yeah, you
could be paying homage, but I don't know.
You could easily put UGK in as number 7. You could group them together. All good. Okay, number 6, the biggest. Boss. Ricky Ross.
Never steal cars, but we hard. Whip it real hard. Whip it real hard.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if we're going off
he's the biggest
accomplishments and accolades too, then he deserves to be in there.
Think about Florida, okay? Think about Florida. Who do you pick out of Florida?
No, Ross.
Okay.
Well, it depends.
Trick Daddy Dollars.
Trick.
Hold on.
For sure.
It depends.
Trina.
Luke.
Pitbull.
Pitbull
is a major
Luke,
star.
Uncle Luke for sure.
Uncle Luke is the pioneer though.
But Ross.
Flo Rida.
Get out
hits.
of here. Yeah.
Hits. He got hits.
Get out of here.
These are like all time. Like I'm sure there's a bunch of motherfuckers. I don't need
all kinds. But Ross, for me, I thought of Florida. Like I'm gonna have to go with Ross.
Nah,
I'm gonna have to go with Ross.
Hey, Fo, before we go to 5, if you're watching right now, go like and subscribe to the channel. Go follow us on IG. All that link is in the description. Follow Here's the Thing. Okay, Here's the Thing on YouTube.
Go.
Okay, _ Here's the Thing on IG.
Let's go.
Into the top 5.
Okay.
You know our number 5s are the same?
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean,
number 5, we're going to go J. Cole.
Vacation on Mars. The flow is out of this world and so is the bars. Blow the facade.
South Carolina or North Carolina or South Carolina?
I think South. Is it North?
Is it
Okay.
North?
That makes sense.
He's from Carolina.
Carolina. Yeah.
I mean,
he's hard.
Yeah, he's hard.
It's cold, bro.
And he's still going, and he's on like a 15-year run.
Yeah, and that's almost a technicality. He's from the Carolinas. You might not think that he's a Southern rapper, but
from the South, you a Southern rapper.
He's a Southern rapper.
Yeah,
for
technically
sure.
that's where.
But he found like his little lane of supporters. Like he's got a fan base that's like the real hip hop heads, but also like love.
It's not just a South thing, he gets it from everywhere.
He deserves that spot.
Yeah, he raps like he's from New York.
Yeah.
He's influenced by Nas.
Exactly.
Nas is this guy
for sure.
Definitely top 50 all
He
time.
did let Nas down, so you know what I mean. I don't know what to say.
I hate that song.
Me too. It's terrible. Okay, number 4, Scarface.
I played the game where there's no rules. Dropped down in the 10th grade and told my mom to fuck school.
Scarface.
He's easily one of my favorites. Has been for a long time, and
his girl, you know, I love that shit, dude. Like that better than the Kanye one, and that's saying a lot. That sample flip, but
yeah, he's incredible. I mean, he's definitely an OG of the
Ghetto Boys.
South for sure. He's hard.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with that.
I know you fuck with Scarface.
Okay,
that's Houston, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was to say.
Yeah.
Making sure.
Texas. Okay.
This one's crazy. Way too low.
No, it's not too low. Number 3, Lil Wayne.
Way too fucking low.
Lil Wayne.
Sometimes I smile to hide the miles of my road travel. Shake my hand and feel like you just touched the stove handle. Holy cow, fuck the cow, I want the whole cattle.
Yeah, that fool's hard.
3 though?
Yeah.
Your top 2 better be.
Are you serious?
Better be. It's Wayne.
I know. I get it. I get
it's fucking. How long has Wayne been out?
Since he was like 9.
It's like 25 plus years, and
that's true.
He was the biggest rapper in the world for like 10 of them.
But let me ask you. Okay, that's a good point.
And we could talk bars too.
We could definitely talk bars, but until, I guess he like came out as Lil Wayne by himself. All that Hot Boy stuff. Yeah. Did you care about Lil Wayne at that point?
Care is a strong word. I definitely listened to it.
Okay, but was he like
you're talking like Go DJ Wayne?
Or
even before that,
Hot Boys.
You're talking like hot, yeah.
The Block is Hot.
Yeah, the Block is hot.
Because he's been around forever. But
I probably didn't listen to the Block is Hot when it came out, but I definitely love it. Like
my point is when Wayne got hot is when Wayne, that's where I'm starting to count.
When did Wayne get hot?
Ooh, I would say.
Back then, the Block is hot,
he was hot.
I would say.
He was on
and
the
back that ass up.
After you back it up,
that was all he did on that song.
That
little part.
Dog, I DJ, and every time I drop that song, everybody waits for that Wayne part.
But that is a collective. That's the Cash Money.
But I was
stuff. I'm talking when Wayne
solo.
Yeah, when he went and
Carter. Or no, mixtape Wayne. It had to be when his mixtape
So
started.
what year was that?
Wait, no, Carter 1 was before mixtape Wayne.
Well, yeah, but
No, Carter 1 was huge.
No, Carter 1 was big, but then it got bigger from
Mixtape Wayne took
Mixtape
over
Wayne.
like the industry as a whole. But when was that?
It was like 2006,
5, 6,
Yeah, around
4,
there.
3, somewhere there. Okay,
I would say
yeah.
6, 7, because Drake was like 8, 9, so it was like definitely a couple years before Drake.
I mean, so for me, that's like when Wayne started and he like dominated until now, I would say. So that's a massive run, dude. Like,
No,
what do you
I
do?
Agreed, which is why your top 2 better be
Okay, so
out of
number
this
2.
world, So
Real quick, before
Go
you go to 2, nothing beats Carter 1 and Carter 2 from Wayne's discography.
Carter 2 in particular, yes. Carter
Carter
1's
2
great,
is
but
amazing.
I'm saying Carter 2 is even so much better than Carter 1.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
But but then Carter 1's my second favorite.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Carter 3 is the worst. Can we agree on that?
All right. Well, that's why that's why Fo has him at third. What's number 2?
Okay, number 2, I'm gonna go Ludacris.
If you chasing cash and you got some big titties with a matching ass, with your fly ass boots on your own.
Okay,
Luda's dope. He's
Let me
on
ask
my
you a
list.
question.
But number 2,
let me ask you a question. And I just thought of this, and this might not even be a good question. But how many Ludacris's is there now? Like,
what does that mean?
is there like a bunch of Ludacris's because
What does that
of
mean, though?
Ludacris? My point is like there's only one.
Well, there's only one everybody.
No, that's not
When
true.
you
There's
say
a
Ludacris's, what do you mean?
Like musically, like people that the
Started off
sound,
as a radio DJ,
No,
turned
like
into a rapper?
sonically, like there's a million Migos out there. There's a million Waynes. There's a million. How many Ludacris? How Futures? How many Ludacris's out there?
Ludacris is funny too. Like
Yeah,
he
no,
was, the
he's-
shit he was doing in
he's
his
fire. He's
videos. with the
hilarious.
big
No, he's
fizz.
fire. This is not me saying he ain't fire.
But
He's fire.
but my point is like he's a one of one in this industry.
I'm thinking because I feel
No, you're right.
And my number one is a one of one in this industry as well. That's kind of where I.
and
has to be T.I.,
he's your
right?
guy. And he's your guy.
I'm guessing.
No,
love
dude.
Tip.
And we're gonna discuss how he
Oh.
left him off the fucking
He left
list.
Tip off?
Yes,
All
he
right, what's
left
your
him
number
off.
1, Fo?
You know what? Hold on.
I got you.
Okay. You're right. My number one is Outkast as a collective.
All right, well, yeah, this is the
There's no fucking with it.
This is number 1 for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
hard to
I
beat.
feel you on that. I mean, it's
But that's me.
it's
That-
a de-
and
it's
that's
a
very.
decent list.
That's very. How can I say that's politically? That's political version. Mine is completely different.
Who's your number 1?
Me?
No, Fo. He said politically it's Outkast.
I mean, number
Luda.
one.
Luda, you love
No.
Ludacris.
I would say number one
He does.
is solid because like you can't
Yeah.
beat those guys in any argument. But
They're not my number 1.
I can't imagine that.
Pull them
let's
up,
see.
Buggz.
Come on,
Pull
let's
them up,
see it.
and then
Let's
we'll,
see
and then
it.
we'll go
Let's
through
see
yours.
it.
I know yours is gonna be wild as fuck.
Fat Pats.
He's on there.
Yeah, I knew it, man.
Straight up.
Damn.
That's fire. Okay,
I mean, if not, I could say it.
say it.
It's up there.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, you're delayed right now, but
No, I got you. Okay, here we go. There we go. There's my list. You looking?
No, I can't see that far.
it's kind of small.
Okay, go ahead.
So 10, Future. How could you leave off Future from what he has done and how big he is?
Because he's not bigger. Well, no.
He's big,
he's
bro.
bigger, probably bigger than Killer Mike. I would say
He's
so.
big. Well, I mean, it's personal too. I don't fuck with him personally that much, but I was like, I couldn't leave him
It's
off.
the South.
He's
It's
my
Future.
political
Yeah,
choice.
I see it.
Migos, bro, number 9. Migos, they have owned the culture for 10 years,
For sure.
especially from the South.
For sure.
You fuck with the Migos? Do you know anything about the Migos?
All right.
See, that's where I'm at with it. I'm like,
Oh man, I love the Migos.
yeah, I feel
Culture
like
is one of the best albums.
Maybe
of all
I
time.
like him more than I guess more
No,
most
you
people do.
you speak for the people, Paul.
I was gonna say 3-6 Mafia number 8
I can see that.
as,
I can see
as a
that.
whole, right?
Yeah.
Collective.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't take one MC. One MC from 3-6 wouldn't make my top 10.
No,
the
but
group makes my top 10.
Yeah.
3-6 is not touching Migos.
3-6 is
That's
legendary.
crazy,
Bro, yeah, that's a
dude.
bold
That's
statement.
3-6
crazy.
Mafia is
Yeah,
not
no.
touching Migos?
That's
No, listen,
crazy.
Musically, heck no.
Hold on.
Musically, heck no.
That's crazy.
Nah.
Listen, it's a topic for debate. I disagree though. 3-6 is they've lasted. They got 30 years under their
But
belt.
here's the thing with Buggz saying that. I mean, the Migos literally had this crazy run. They were
they
like the main
I know
attraction.
They stopped their own run. They didn't fall off.
Yeah, because they split up.
Yeah, they split and then obviously take off pass, but like they could have kept going. But
Do you think that 3-6 Mafia was in like inspired me to go.
100%.
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
100%.
I bet every
Migos without
I bet a ton of our top 10 inspired the Migos. But,
I mean, it's legit. They got numbers and they got all the fancy shit to back it, but
T.I. number 7.
I
Explain yourself.
I love Tip.
Explain yourself.
I love Tip, and I totally forgot about him, to be honest.
At least he's honest.
I did. I would have got
who's getting cut?
Bun B, you're out of here.
Wait,
That's where I would,
who's your 10? Bun B was above your 10, so cut
8
your
Ball
10.
and MJG. I love they stay.
So
they stay.
So if they're 10 and Bun B's above them, how could you cut Bun B?
I would cut Killer Mike.
Okay.
I really love Killer Mike, but it's T.I.
That's a personal choice.
T.I.
Because Killer Mike. Okay. And then who was above that? Let's see.
J. Cole. No.
Yeah.
Ludacris
above T.I. What do you mean?
No, of course.
Yeah. How old are you, Buggz?
How old? I'm 33.
33.
I'm just in tune with the youth.
No, I feel you. I was just wondering.
Okay, Ludacris number 6. I almost put T.I. above him, but I didn't want that smoke. So number 5, J. Cole. That was the same as yours.
Yeah.
UGK number 4. You can't leave off.
It's
Pimp C.
legit. It's legit.
Scarface 3. Outkast 2. Lil Wayne 1.
Wow.
Listen.
Lil Wayne over Outkast?
Listen.
No fucking way.
Outkast had a what? Like a 12, 13 year run?
Yeah.
Wayne has had a 30-year run.
Yeah, I get it. But
30 years. And after Outkast broke up, we didn't hear nothing from Andre.
Facts.
And Big Boy's dope, but
Big Boy's been crushing ever since. I don't care what you say.
But Wayne is a solo artist, one of the biggest ever in hip hop history.
Okay, but let's go to music.
Bars. Let's just go to bars
No,
first.
let's go to music because Wayne. We know what Wayne brings.
Outkast, yeah, like
we know what Wayne brings, right?
Okay, Carter, best album versus best album. Carter 2 versus Aquemini. That's my picks.
Ooh.
You might think you were gonna say AT Aliens, weren't you?
Ooh.
What's your favorite Outkast album? Southern Playlist
Southern
and Cat. They're all classics.
Yeah.
I say there's not a Wayne album that touches Stank On You for me.
Stank On You,
It's
that
my
is your
favorite.
shit. You
That's my
love
favorite
Stank
album.
On You.
Yeah.
So we all
they
just
got
pick different
so
ones.
much good ones.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like
musically,
Aquemini. None of you guys said Aquemini.
I said Aquemini. That's the
okay.
best out in my opinion.
Aquemini.
So we
is
all
that the one with Bombs Over Baghdad on it?
No, that's Stank On You.
That's
Stank On You.
Let's go.
I like that.
Aquemini is with Aquemini, Jazzy Bell. Come on, bro.
fantastic.
And then which one
shit.
has Miss Jackson on it?
Stank On You.
No, that's
No.
Aquemini.
No.
Aquemini. I'm pretty
Aliens.
sure it could be ATL. Damn. Hold on. Now I gotta look.
Look it up. It's
I think it was AT Aliens.
Stank On You.
I don't know.
Remember the video?
Oh, I do it. Yes.
As
Yeah.
an album
that's
as a
Miss
whole.
Jackson. Miss Jackson is on Stink.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I don't.
Wait, what did I ask?
You asked Rosa. Didn't you ask
No,
Rosa?
no, he said
What
Miss
am I
Jackson.
doing?
Yeah, you're on
So
the
I'm thinking of
bullshit.
Rosa
No,
Parks.
but-
I'm thinking of
yeah,
Rosa Parks.
And then Fresh and So Clean is on.
Stankonia.
That's on Stankonia.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Oh
see,
yeah, that wins by a long shot.
No. Stankonia had a lot of hits, but
Hold on,
it's
let's
not
look.
better
Let's
than
look.
Aquemini.
Let's look.
Damn, I'm all fucked up. I was thinking Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks is fire though. Hold on, no. We're doing this in live time. Stankonia is So Fresh, So Clean, Miss Jackson. I'm just talking the hits. Bombs Over Baghdad. Those are the hits.
This is Stankonia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the hits off Stankonia.
Miss Jackson and Fresh and So Fresh, So Clean.
See, now, Aquemini is like, it's not like the hit album, but there's Rosa Parks. There's the Art of Storytelling 1 and 2.
That's
Spotty Oddie, Dopalicious. Come on.
The best.
Come on. But like the album is a concept album, man. It's like the like the 808s and Heartbreak. I don't know. What do you think?
Wayne ain't touching that shit.
Wayne, now bars.
Got all the bars in the world.
It's Andre versus Wayne.
Got all
Andre
the bars
versus
in the
Wayne.
world. Now, what kind of rapper do you like at that point?
Buggz, Andre versus Wayne. Who you got? At the peak of their bars,
I hate you for this.
$1 million on the line. They have to deliver.
That's just the
Peak of bars, Wayne.
Well, there it is. But the peak of bars for Andre was crazy.
I think that's
Jinboog thinks we need more female rappers on our Southern rappers list. Who? Trina?
Who do we?
Trina.
Shauna, your girl.
Well,
Shauna
she's
is not a
Chicago
top
product.
10 rapper.
She's a Chicago
but
product.
But she migrated in her music.
Because she's
came
smart.
from
Ludacris.
DTP and
Yeah,
shit.
Ludacris. But
Then, like you said, Missy.
Missy for
She's
sure.
Missy,
for
yeah.
sure.
That's Southern.
Dang, I don't think of her as a Southern rapper, but you're right.
But the only reason I didn't put Missy on mine is because like she's more of a hybrid. I see her as a singer, like more of a rapper than
R.I.P. Gangsta Boo.
But no, Gangsta Boo.
Dude, facts.
Listen, it has nothing to do with leaving them off. They're not top 10. When you break it all down, there's not enough like for them to be.
They can't beat those guys out.
These guys were doing it like before they got their recognition and shit. So
Slow, did you have a top 10?
yes, he does.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
go
gotta
ahead,
hear
go-
that.
Number 10. Go through one by
So
one.
I'm a screwhead. So a lot of my I could do a top 10 probably out of the screwed up clique.
I want to see how many of these Buggz know.
But
Okay.
but I went for like artists, so like all
Yeah,
around
yeah,
artists.
yeah.
So number 10 for me is probably gonna be Jermaine Dupri.
Oh,
Okay. That's
whoa.
huge. That's huge.
You know,
Holy
because just
shit.
the catalog you can go through
Dude,
all of
that's
that
a-
shit, all of the
Atlanta.
other
Damn.
all the other artists
He's done
that he's produced
everything.
and wrote for.
See, with that makes me think of Lil Jon then. Because I looked at him as a producer more than anything.
But he's a product.
I
man.
know, then he should definitely be in the top 5.
He owns some
Okay,
shit.
go ahead. I don't want to fucking.
You know, no, I'm saying
Yeah.
like there's plenty
Number 9.
different
What you got?
ones. So number 9, I'm gonna do Outkast.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Back at 9.
No, that's all good.
Okay, no, we good.
Back at
We good.
9.
We know what they can do.
Then I'm gonna do UGK.
Okay.
That's been a debate for years. UGK or Outkast,
You know,
so I'm cool with that.
and
Or Migos.
Okay, this is where it's gonna.
I'm gonna do Zero. Zero the Dawn.
Yeah, he's
Zero the
fire.
Crooked, man.
Okay.
Makes good music.
Honestly, Zero is an artist that should have been a lot bigger. That dude is talented.
Yeah.
Like he could sing, he could rap. You know the fucking freestyle game.
Yeah, I fuck with.
What is it? The Mo City Dawn.
Yeah.
That shit's fire. So I feel it. You know,
Zero's hard.
Zero is hard. He's kind of slept on, but
Not in Texas though.
not in Texas. I'm just like I know
yeah.
on an industry level, he's slept on like a motherfucker.
Then I'm gonna do Lil Kiki.
Okay. Lil Kiki.
Lil Kiki,
Lil
the dog.
Dawn.
And this is just personal. This
No,
is
that's
just
good. He does that
shit
shit
that
all
I
the
put
time.
in, and I
He
feel
does
good
that shit
when
all
I'm
the time.
jamming.
I like the personal
Fo
list.
had Yellow Wolf on like 4 top 10s already. So.
He was gonna make this one, but I,
was gonna
figured
say, what the
y'all
fuck?
would be mad about it. So you know, what I
I'm a
mean?
boy. Like, come on.
And then I'm gonna put the Hot Boys as
Okay.
a group, so we can talk about that. Wayne's in that, BG's in that,
Juvie.
Juvie's in that.
I love Juvie.
Juvie.
You know, and these are just ones I grew up.
Manny Fresh, right?
Yeah.
He was the producer.
Yeah.
That's heavy hitters. All of them. Baby.
And that's when I listened to Wayne the most. Probably was in
Back then?
Hot Boys Wayne?
then. Yeah. And that like the guerrilla warfare.
Oh yeah,
And
those
all that.
classic
Those are my
Cash
shit.
Money covers.
Yeah,
The
dude.
pen and pixel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard,
Pixel
dude.
cover art.
Like you never see them like that anymore.
That's how I be doing my
That
shit.
plastic.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
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 I
for
Try
sure.
to do it
yeah.
because that's
This shit's
you
tough.
know,
Keep it going.
All right, let me see. Let me put my shit.
Jim
back
Bug,
up.
put them in the chat. We'll read them off.
And then Fat Pat, R.I.P. Fat
Fat Pat.
Fat.
You know, and that's just off the head, freestyle rapper. You know, and just like I said, how influential he was. You know, everybody still talking
That's
like
true.
that. The man,
Because some of
no
the
tomat
biggest,
and
some
all
of the
that shit.
biggest rappers from the South were influenced by Fat Pat.
Yeah.
Like that's facts.
And then I'm gonna do Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker.
Interesting.
I fuck with Sauce
fun.
Walker, man.
I
You
like
guys
Sauce.
fuck with Sauce?
Yeah, for sure.
I do.
For sure.
I never thought of him though.
TSF, the whole Sauce Factory. I fuck with that.
He's
shit,
actually
so.
hard, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
man.
see his the BET cipher?
No,
that he did.
No.
You didn't see that?
When was this? I didn't know they.
the
kept-
last one? They
I didn't
had?
even know they still did them, so I
Yeah,
had to
that
catch up.
double XL.
He's
cipher.
hard.
They killed
bro.
it.
Killed it. They did
Sauce
it over-
Walker. Okay.
They did it over the.
You fuck with Sauce Walker, Bugs?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a
Hell
good
yeah.
sleeper. I like it.
I like it. I like it.
Then I'm gonna do fucking 3-6 Mafia as
Is
a
that
collector.
what number
Wow.
you on? What's 362? 3?
That's 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me see
Two.
you
Oh,
too.
I meant to flip that. After Fat Pat is 3-6.
Okay.
And then Sauce.
Then Sauce.
Oh, okay.
And
Damn,
then
Sauce above 3.6. That's bold.
Number one for me, Screw.
DJ
Just
Screw.
as a you know, like you said, with the producers, and then the umbrella under it.
Yeah.
Did you
know,
get
and
into
that's all
Screw
that-
shit?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, for
I mean, I did because of him.
Yeah.
He screwed our On Point songs.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever hear him?
But yeah.
Did you watch the rodeo they did?
Yes.
Did you see like everybody that was on there? Like they had ESG, who I fucking forgot to put on the list.
Bro. So interesting. Nobody had Project Pat, which I'm working on getting for an interview. by the way.
That's 3-6. dude.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a solo.
That's
rapper.
Juicy's brother.
I did not know they were brothers. That's
Let me see your tongue.
And Boosie. Nobody had Boosie.
Nah.
I don't really fuck with Boosie as a dude.
His voice is so bad.
Boosie
Yeah,
badass.
Boosie's dope, though.
Nobody had
And
Jeezy.
Influencer.
Yeah, I thought about Jeezy, but
I'm glad Fo put Gucci on the list.
didn't I have Gucci on mine? Yeah,
No.
I think I might have cut him off at the last
Because
second.
of it.
So you left T.I., I left off Gucci. Well, you know.
This is gonna show our age, though, for sure.
For sure. There's a whole
I mean, I
other
have
flock
Future,
of folks.
Migos. I mean,
But there's
a
people
whole
underneath that.
honorable mention for me is Childish Gambino.
That's a good call.
And
Donald Glover's
Where's he from?
Atlanta. You never watched Atlanta?
true.
Yeah.
He writes that show.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's a beast.
I think even, Future at 10, Paul, that's
Hey, man.
he's a lot of top 5 for people.
For sure.
You know?
I get it. It's just I had to factor in like I'm not personally invested in
it.
Future,
I'm
but
not a
I
big
also
Future fan.
but I also had to put him on there because I know what he's done. He's just
he deserves his flowers.
He's so toxic, so toxic. He is. He's like he's all he talks about is cheating and
now we sound old.
okay. I do, yeah. Like just because Paul find love, everybody got to hear about it. I feel you. Trina, Missy, Boo, all over T.I. Don't do that. No fucking way.
Definitely Missy
Really?
is up there with T.I.
I would say
that's the only one that's even debatable.
Yeah. Outside of that, I don't think so. Trina, I mean, she's a legend, but
Trina's a legend, but Trina, like,
Tip.
is she bigger than Trick Daddy? Because they were like the same
Trick,
squad.
Trick put Trina
That's what I'm
on,
saying. So
you
Trick
know?
Daddy didn't even make my top
What about
10.
Glorilla?
Nah.
She's coming up. No, I mean, I
She
don't.
might got next.
She's on her way.
Hey, Meg is tight too.
Oh, Meg. I forgot about Meg. Meg is coming. She's coming. Travis Scott, too. Forgot about Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, he was. I said him in the honorable mentions, but a lot of people don't have him in their top.
That's a top
5.
10. That's a top 10 guy. Yeah.
So it's tough. It's tough. I mean, but
You got one, Buggz?
A top 10 list? I don't. I just critique everyone else.
We need to make Buggz do one of these days, though. Like for real, that's a good idea. But yeah.
What other top 10 have you got? You do this every show?
We did last week or 2 weeks ago. We did WWE Superstars.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
We did. We've done a lot of hip hop.
My favorite one was the monster one.
Top 10 real life monsters.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean
like
real life
grizzly
monster?
bear,
Oh.
box jellyfish,
Like something will fuck you up.
elephant. You know, anything.
You brought that up on the interview with Angela, right? What were you talking
Hippopotamus.
about?
That was number 4 on both of our
Yo, I
fuck
didn't
you
know
up.
that gorillas didn't eat meat.
No, they're vegetarians. They eat grass, but they will
wild.
fuck you up. They were on the list as well.
Wow,
Hey, she made some great points.
Dog, I feel like a dick for liking steak now, but I love steak.
I can't give up meat, man.
I couldn't.
But she's so right.
She's like,
She is right.
She had a good idea about like the Mondays don't eat meat
Yeah.
and the Friday. Like I
It's a
could
great
probably
idea.
start, but like I could not give up.
But here's the problem. But here's the thing. There's tons of nutrients in meat. There's tons of other. There's the other side of things too.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a militant vegan, so she's just going hard on it. You know what I mean?
She had me thinking though.
She did. Yeah, she made some good like little analogies and shit. But
All right.
well, damn.
We got 10 minutes left, Paul.
Should
we name that for next episode and do look outside?
let's do that.
Let's look outside.
Do that. Yeah. So I'll read these off, Buggz. For you.
Yep, cool.
That's a hell of a mountain range.
Dude, look at how good these graphics are getting. Paul's like nice with this shit.
That looks like Pakistan. You know what I mean?
Pakistan.
Yeah, the mountain range. Of
I didn't know Pakistan had a nice little
Incredible.
But all right. Well, first up, ESPN posted this video of a big dude balling out. I was very happy to see myself represented on the court.
That is not you at
Could
all.
you beat him?
No, but that is not you. That is not your
get
game.
into that.
That is not.
Look at my man's. Look at my man's. Just
That boy
draining.
wet.
Look at this. That's a Jokic pass right there. Look at that. They didn't give his name, but ESPN posted this motherfucker. Look at that shit. This was me Saturday.
No, it wasn't.
You don't know.
It wasn't though.
Look at
I'll
that.
play basketball on Saturday.
No.
No. Lord, no.
Saturday.
Look at that shit though.
But here the thing is, it's a half court game.
Could you beat him?
No, I don't play basketball anymore. That's half court.
Okay, I was dying when you commented on my
Oh, why do you say that? So if it was full court,
It's
he'd
a
be running
different-
more?
yeah,
Is
like-
that
No,
what
they
you
were
said?
going
different
back
thing.
and forth. You're tripping.
That was a half court game. If you think that's full court,
All right,
you're
well,
fucking tripping.
Dude had a wet piece.
He did have a piece.
So
I ain't even
I
gonna lie.
posted this. I was like, on Facebook. I was like, I feel really good to be represented. This is like me on the court. And some dude got on there, was like, where you ball at? And I'm like, Streets of Thornton, bro. And he's like, I'll pull up. Fo's like, he does not play basketball at all.
Was he another big dude?
No, he's just the dude. He just thought I was really like.
He just wanted a ball.
And like, so Fo had to put me on blast.
Bro, that was so funny. It's the Streets of Thornton, bro. Find me. Like, so
Streets of Thornton?
You just dribbling
Pull
down
up to the rack.
But Buggz, you play basketball? I know you play football, but
I played in high school. I haven't played in a while. I'm nice though.
Well, let's move to this one. So this is footage of a new have you seen this AI voice filter for Kendrick Lamar? And this is just the Kendrick Lamar one. There's probably a bunch. I assume it basically means anyone can now sound like anyone else.
Mm-hmm. They did a Kanye one too.
Look at this shit, dude.
My voice without the Kendrick Lamar AI voice
real
filter.
technology,
And
bro.
This is my voice with the Kendrick Lamar voice filter.
Watch.
Let it run, DC. Let it run.
That's crazy.
Wish I could go back to the beginning. Are they gonna go and fake a Kendrick? They could never capture all my lessons.
Rico, shout out.
Oh, that's my boy. What's up?
Let him pray.
We're almost done, bro.
Let him pray.
What do you think, though?
Just let him pray.
I think he sounds
Let him pray.
fucking insane.
No. I think he sounds like the little Chinese singing guy. Or the little Filipino singing guy. The 1, 2, 3.
You
That's what
gotta
it
stop.
sounds
You
like.
gotta never do
Doesn't
Kendrick like
sound
that
like
again.
him. It doesn't sound like him.
But you mean like the filter?
The filter doesn't.
I mean, it's pretty wild though.
Play
dude.
it one more time. Say Monday,
without the
Tuesday.
Kendrick Lamar
Watch.
AI voice filter. And
This is my voice with the Kendrick Lamar voice filter.
I could hear like
Let it run,
it
DC.
working.
Let it run.
That's fucking
Wish I could
wild,
go back
boy.
to the beginning.
What does this
Are they
technology
gonna go
say
fake a
for like
Kendrick?
the future?
They could never capture
Let's
all
see,
my
hold up,
lessons.
Buggz.
My
I wanna
objective
see it.
simply happen in case you let get the message. Let him pray. Let him pray. Just let him pray.
Shit hard.
Let him pray.
It's kind of a bop.
I can hear what you're saying, but
You can hear the computer generated.
Yeah, you can hear it,
aspect.
especially
But
in
let
the
me tell
headphones.
y'all, there's a Kanye one. Y'all should go look up on IG. It sounds just like Kanye.
I believe it. That's
guys
fucking freaky technology, man. Honestly,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. As an audio engineer,
You guys use the AI chat?
oh yeah.
Man.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
The Chat GPT's crazy, and even the AI photos are crazy. Like the
Yeah,
whole
those are
AI, the
incredible.
whole AI shit right now is wild. But
Oh, where you type in what you want to make a.
you give like 15 of your photos, and it makes. And
They
it
turn
makes
you into
AI
something
out.
Did you do
crazy.
one?
I did.
You did?
Some of them are good.
I look
But you have
amazing.
like 9 fingers and shit. They
Yeah.
haven't got hands
Ooh.
right.
The
You
one
haven't seen
you-
the hands ones?
Uh-uh.
Oh yeah, they fuck up your hands.
That's weird.
So like one of them, I'm like this, and like has like 10 fingers on one hand. I swear. It's
Yeah,
like
they'll
weird.
fuck up teeth too to have you having a bunch of extra teeth in the back.
They got rows.
So they got they're still working out the kinks, but all right, number 3, Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, recently said in an interview that she had sex 4 times a night for 23 years straight.
Cap.
Is this even possible? And is she lying?
I
Show,
was
bro.
married for 23 years. I've always had sex like 4 times a night.
4 times a night?
4 times a night. Yeah, so 3 times a week is
Hold
nothing.
on. You're telling me you had sex 4 times a night when you were married?
She didn't say with her husband.
4 times a night, every night.
Yeah.
I never had a day off for 23 years.
Wait, hold on, what?
What? Yeah, yes.
What? Your poor vagina.
That doesn't even count the morning sex.
She said yeah.
For
But with
23 years?
Yeah.
So on the road too, when you was traveling? I don't
We never spent time away from each other. Like we had a
That
private
is-
plane. I traveled with my kids.
She's Captain Hook right now. She's capping like a motherfucker.
Yeah, wasn't Scottie Pippen on the Olympic team?
She said she traveled with him every time.
So that means like the Olympics too?
But bro, Scottie Pippen had to work out and do other. This
cap.
just not.
It's cap.
Now she said with other dudes maybe,
didn't
but she
specify.
did not specify. But
It probably felt like every night.
yeah.
you as the most sexually active person in this studio.
Hey, man, you're the married one. You got
That's
the
true.
newest.
Buggz, as the most
newest
sexually
child.
active man in the studio, how do you feel about
We
this?
can't both be the most sexually active. Wait,
Paper,
we
rock,
see
scissors.
your fiance's post on Facebook. Okay, you're getting it in, bro.
Thanks, Kayla.
Can't get out of that.
And it ain't helping me lose weight. So.
More
But
work.
I call bullshit. Everybody
Yeah,
that's seen
it's
it
all
call
lies.
bullshit. I don't even think that's possible.
It's fucking crazy.
Like morning sex, afternoon sex, evening sex, and before you go to bed sex. That's too much.
It's like you don't have shit to do?
Yeah, like
You have nothing to do.
Trust fund and shit. Just sit in the bed all
Doesn't
day.
he got practice or something?
Right. Tony Yayo speaks on Eminem and why people hate on him and how he doesn't understand it. kind of, we've had these conversations.
I mean, what is he gonna
Why
say?
did
What
you
else?
say
he gonna say?
Eminem?
Because he's white. That's it. It's clear. He's white.
Now, we got down with Eminem. We done been called house niggas, all this, that. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody in my hood, my family, wore free Yayo shirt at the Grammys.
That's real.
Look out
He did
for
that,
me, nigga.
remember?
Niggas are mad at the white boy because he's the black hockey player. Come on, nigga. Yo, his music don't play in the clubs. So
Bro,
that don't make him the GOAT. What happened to Balls, nigga?
I never have an issue.
What happened to Balls?
He was the first rapper to shout out
Because
the
I
show.
fuck with Eminem since Renegade. And that nigga put me on.
Since Renegade was
Nigga, since Renegade.
I was fucking with
when
Eminem
he went bar
since
to bar
fucking,
with. But what I'm saying is he got respect in the hood from Renegade, nigga.
I'm the last man
But at the end of the
standing
day,
that dropped into the Grand Canyon, hop out of the Trans
I mean, it is
Am,
true,
and
though,
land in a
like,
handstand, and
there
nigga,
is-
when Future Flavors
Yeah.
was playing this
Yo,
nigga,
look,
I was like,
look.
who the fuck is this?
Like there has been this narrative created in the past 5 years that, I mean, nobody listens to Eminem, nobody bumps Eminem in the car. I'm like, you know where it comes from.
It's not popular to say.
I never knew. Do you like Eminem? You fuck with Eminem? Hell yeah. Man. Buggz, I know you fuck with Eminem.
Oh yeah, man.
What were they
But
saying
he's
in that
old in
clip?
the
What were
game.
they talking about before? They were doing like their favorite MCs and nobody said
No,
Eminem?
so there's like this thing in the hip hop culture where like a lot of black hip hop fans and black artists say nobody fucks with Eminem. Nobody plays Eminem in the car. They don't play him in the club.
It's not relatable.
It's not relatable to the culture. And then, and then like people like 50 Cent or anybody that fucks with him, like, yo, like it don't matter. You know what I mean? He's got bars. So I've been hearing about it for like forever.
It's
at
an
this
ongoing
point.
thing.
It's like become popular in the past like 5 years. Like it's cool to hate on Eminem. So I don't know. But
Nobody was saying that when we were kids.
no, but everyone was saying he was the GOAT when I
Everybody
was in,
liked
like, high school and
Eminem.
shit.
Everybody liked Eminem when we were kids.
But yeah, so
It's just a way.
When did My Name Is come out?
Oh, that was 99.
That was my first time hearing about
Yeah,
it.
that was all of ours. That was his first big hit.
24 years ago, man.
24 years?
Yeah, man.
We'll end it on this one. Last week, 6ix9ine was jumped inside a gym locker room. He was able to walk out, but then had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance. We kind of talked about this. Curled up.
I didn't see this.
Go ahead.
Don't worry, it don't go on forever. This is the part I saw.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a fan, bro.
I think he's being a
They're in
dick.
Florida.
I'm a fan, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't jumping, bro.
See, he looks okay as he's walking here. I guess when he got outside, he collapsed, so they had to call an ambulance.
That rib shot did not look good.
Yeah, that looked like that was tough.
He was covered. I mean, that's all you can do.
He got him right in the
wasn't
ribs,
covering. I
boy.
feel like
he
wasn't
was
defending
a little,
himself at all.
little bit, but I think at that point he was like half knocked out too.
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's a weird deal,
It
man.
was like you in contrast wrestling back in the day.
That's what happened.
I'm gonna get that footage.
Just go.
No, it was not like that. No,
this.
it was not like that. It was like you guys are both on the ground, but shit was wild. I'm gonna get some footage of you too. We're gonna go do some throwbacks on this show, dude. I got footage of you cutting hair in my basement, freestyling in my basement.
Oh, I got some of those.
We
I got great videos
yeah,
of
we're
that.
gonna have to do some throwbacks.
Yeah.
But man, any last words?
Hey, thank you for having me, man. This was fun.
Yeah,
that was crazy talking to Angela.
Yeah,
that. I was sitting here for a minute, and then I was just looking up. I'm like, damn, we're really talking to Angela Means right now. That's wild,
dude.
right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was really dope, man. Thank you for having me
Yeah, of
for
course.
that.
I
And
mean-
the stuff she was talking about, like the bio, I wanted to ask her that, like about the bio about Felicia, because
She has another interview where she dives deep into it. I forgot what it's on, but I watched all those and like it gets pretty serious.
She's dope. Thank you to her. Thank y'all for having me on here.
Like Buck said, subscribe to this YouTube. Follow us on IG. OK_ here's the thing. And yeah, man, great show. And we will be back in 2 weeks. So Paul Jr.
Boogeyman Fo.
Here's the thing.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to also follow OK, Here's the Thing on YouTube and IG.